Welcome to the training on the NAU Nutrition Program Mission Goals and Objectives. As mentioned in the previous video, we are required to educate faculty and preceptors on the mission goals and objectives, as well as the educational philosophy of the program. We are going to focus on mission goals and objectives in this video, as well as talk about the student selection process. We do have two programs at NAU that are accredited by the Accreditation Council for Education in Nutrition and Dietetics. Our graduate program leads to a Master's of Public Health, and our undergraduate degree is a Bachelor's in Foods and Nutrition, which leads to the Nutrition and Dietetics Technician Registered Credential. Within our Master's of Public Health, we have multiple pathways. We have our MPH Nutrition that leads to the Registered Dietitian Credential eligibility. We have our Master's of Public Health Health Promotion, which does not, and there is also an Indigenous Health track within the Health Promotion. So the two MPH programs have very similar but slightly different mission statements. For the MPH Nutrition, the mission is to prepare graduates through learner-centered educational strategies, research, and public service to practice as registered dietitian nutritionists who support the advancement of population health and the prevention of disease for diverse, underserved communities. The main difference in the mission for the health promotion is to practice as public health professionals as opposed to registered dietitian nutritionists. We are going to focus on this video on the MPH Nutrition program because this is what is required to be trained by our accreditation body. There are three goals for the MPH Nutrition program. The first goal is to prepare competent registered dietitian nutritionists in a timely manner who are capable of planning, implementing, and evaluating health programs and contributing to scholarly endeavors. The second goal is to address the health and nutrition needs of diverse, underserved communities through hands-on, learner-centered educational strategies. And the final goal is to provide professional growth and service opportunities in public health and nutrition that support student and faculty development. Within these goals, there are 14 total objectives, and highlights of those objectives include passing the RD exam, attracting and admitting students from underserved communities, preparing all of our students to serve in underserved communities, student satisfaction with instruction, preparation for the workforce as measured by both student satisfaction and employer satisfaction after students graduate. Students must present research and successfully complete and apply practice, supervise experiential learning that prepares students for the workforce. The bachelor's degree, MDTR track, utilizes learner-centered educational strategies that prepare graduates for practice as a nutrition and dietetics technician registered to apply their knowledge in practical settings. Graduates evaluate and apply nutrition research to design interventions, counsel individuals and the public about nutrition, facilitate and support behavior change, advocate for sustainable food practices, and serve as community nutrition resources. The BS NDTR track has two goals. The first is to prepare nutrition and foods NDTR professionals to apply their knowledge in practical settings. And the second is to prepare graduates to evaluate and apply nutrition research to design interventions, counsel individuals and the public about nutrition, facilitate and support behavior change, advocate for sustainable food practices, and or to serve as a community nutrition resource. Within those goals, there are 11 objectives, including passing the NDTR exam, student satisfaction with instruction and supervised experiential learning, student confidence in nutrition screening and education, satisfactory completion of the capstone project, and then preparation for the workforce. Both of our programs are required to use competency-based education. Competency-based education is an innovative way of teaching that encourages hands-on learning. This may include utilizing flipped classroom techniques, where the traditional lecture is taken out of the classroom and put into a video much like this, and classroom time is spent on things that are typically considered homework, such as problem sets, case studies, and other activities that can be completed while the instructor is present in case students have questions. Formative assessment is used multiple times throughout our curriculum, where students are given the material and asked to present it back in one way or another, but not necessarily graded or penalized based on that. The summative assessment is going to happen on one specific activity for each competency, and that summative activity students must pass before moving on, graduating, and being able to sit for their credentialing exam. Within our program, there are a lot of competencies. The bachelor's degree program has 36 competencies that are determined by Ascend. The Master's of Public Health has 37 Ascend competencies. It also includes 22 competencies for the Council on Education for Public Health, for a total of 59 competencies in our MPH program. Now, you may be wondering how students that you may see in the classroom or in a rotation have been selected. The MPH student selection process begins with an application that is due on January 15th of each year. The application requires students to submit a resume or CV, an essay or personal statement, transcripts, and recommendations from at least 3 people. International students are also required to submit the TOEFL scores. Currently, students are applying directly through the grad school at NAU. When our program moves forward with public health accreditation, then students will apply through the centralized application for public health. MPH applicants are ranked and evaluated based on their grades in their last 60 units of coursework, their prerequisite nutrition courses, experience managing several commitments at once, self-identified underrepresented minority or disadvantaged backgrounds, preparation to work with underserved, underrepresented, minority, and disadvantaged populations, their statement of intent, and their letters of recommendation. For the bachelor's degree, students may apply for the NDTR track no sooner than the end of their sophomore year. The application deadline is November 1st and April 1st of each year, and it includes submission of unofficial transcripts, as well as responses to questions about goals, experiences, strengths, and weaknesses. Students apply directly to the department because they are already NAU students. Applicants will be ranked on their GPA, prerequisite courses, preparatory experiences, self-reported underrepresented, minority, or disadvantaged backgrounds, and their preparation to work with underrepresented, minority, and disadvantaged populations. This concludes our training on the mission, goals, and objectives of the NAU nutrition programs. Thank you for watching this video, and please continue on to review the optional readings and learn more about competency-based education. Yay.